Shalom, Rum, you're back. Another lesson. I want to start this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wahara Kakodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to you, Akim and Akwat, that believe and have faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah in these last days. Just want to, touch on this topic, man. It's been real hot on the news about this Chinese balloon, man. There's a bunch of speculations going on about it. There's an EMP, guys, all different type of. It's so much going on with that that nobody really knows for sure. As you see on the screen, is the headlines of this article in the Hill. It says Beijing confirms balloon is Chinese. Says entry into U.S. airspace was unintended. And everything is intended to do exactly what they wanted it to do. CNN, it says, China and Russia are as close as ever, and that's a problem. For the U.S., man, they still say the Russian spy ships are still on the Florida coast, man. So the things are heating up, man. There's no turning back, man. World War III, the Battle of Armageddon is at the door. And as that went on, check this out.
Wow, America is at DEFCON 2. Estimated level of DEFCON 2 over a Chinese balloon. We have all kinds of speculations on it, from bioweapons to EMP weaponry, which has been hidden up until today. The Russian warship that has hypersonic missiles on it, that's on the east coast of the United States, is now heading towards Africa to do drills with China and South Africa. They will also be shooting hypersonic missiles in these drills. Senators are telling Biden no for the F-16s for Turkey until Finland and Sweden joins NATO. So no deal, no F-16s. There is a U.S. destroyer operating near the Black Sea for the first time since Russia invaded Ukraine. Seems like we're sneaking closer and closer to the war area. But anyways, China made the biggest move today to send a balloon over the United States. It's crazy to think that we know that they control this balloon because they say it's maneuverable. We know we got to retaliate.
Yeah, as you see, man, it got pretty good on articles and bringing information out that you kind of can't find with a Google search. He kind of goes pretty deep into it, researching. But as you see, man, the war is picking up. It's slowing down. It's picking up. And I got another article. This is Dabu. Fair Use Act. Information purposes only.
Tonight regarding the high altitude surveillance balloon. I'm not going to have much new information to provide other than to say that the North American Aerospace Defense Command continues to monitor it closely. While we won't get into specifics in regards to the exact location, I can tell you that the balloon continues to move eastward and is currently over the center of the continental United States.
And this is Dabu 7, and you were looking at video here showing one of these spy balloons over the United States. We're now getting word that this is the top shelf delivery mechanism that they have warned about in terms of an EMP going off in this country. There's all kinds of chatter about it now. There's also been talk of a second balloon being spotted over Canada, and U.S. officials have now stated that these balloons have been spotted over Hawaii and also over Guam, which means that this is not a coincidence. China coming out trying to say that they are weather balloons that just drifted off course. Not having it? No way. These things are being directly guided over key U.S. military installations, and people need to be on guard for this. This has never happened to this degree before, in the U.S. military refusing to shoot it down. All kinds of speculation as to what it could really be or what's really going on. But with the talk that this is a dry run for an EMP, folks better watch out. I will continue to cover this and monitor the situation. If you guys got any info connected, let me know, dabu7@yahoo.com, and join me for the live streams. Going live Monday and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern on Dabu777, talking about this in greater detail, censorship-free. I hope to see you guys there. Eyes to the skies.
And they say that that EMP is electromagnetic pulse. Basically, they take out all the power grids for the most part. Last video, I'm not gonna play all of this video, but I'm gonna play a little bit of it because they bring out a different aspect of what's going on with this balloon.
This Chinese balloon looks to be, now just based on these the KC-135 air refuelers that were looking at it yesterday. Let me pull those up, and you can see the traffic as they were kind of flying around this thing. We had three KC-135. These are air refuelers. Below their kind of normal traffic range, they were at about 19,000 feet, which would indicate that those balloons are kind of in that general space around 20,000 feet, 20,000 feet in range. So and I say balloons because we do have confirmation that there are more than one inbound to the United States. So this is the first one, and that is over Montana. And so to think about this, you can't just shoot it down because then you got something the size of 3 school buses hitting the ground that could kill civilians or anything else that's on the ground below. So that's why they won't do it. Also, if you were to fire a few rounds out of say a fighter jet, those things will eventually come down gravity-wise, and God knows where the range on those would be. So that's the other issue too. If you blow this thing up, with using, say, a fighter just doing a few squeezes on the trigger without shooting a missile at it. I don't know that you'd need a missile to take it down a balloon, right? But one little round of F-35, guns, and that bad dude is, you're going to be peppering people down below. So it presents a unique issue for the Pentagon. The other piece, too, is they don't really know what's on this. There could be stuff that could hit the ground and end up exploding, or there could be stuff on it that has, anything, bioweapons, any kind of stuff. So in the meantime, what they do is they fly around and just jam it up. So they say that they are basically just jamming it as it comes across the United States, so they can't use it and utilize it. But let's take a closer look. This is the interesting thing. Now, this is OS in Defender, which basically means Open Source Intelligence Defender. So I should have said OSINT, really. Anyway, this is just a data point for you. This came out. It says it's being reported that the Canadian Department of National Defense may be tracking a second Chinese high-altitude surveillance balloon. And then down below, OS Intelligence basically says, NORAD and Canadian DoD have confirmed that a second balloon is currently being tracked somewhere over Canada. So it has not entered U.S. airspace yet, but it is inbound into our area. Okay.
So that's all I wanted to get on that. So they're basically saying that first balloon, they didn't want to shoot it down, but the second balloon is on its way, coming right out of Canada, man. So these things are coming fast, man. So for the most part, just stay prayed up in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, continue to believe and have faith in this word, man. Because we are truly at the end. We are truly at the end, the last seconds of Esau's kingdom. And this is biblical prophecy. The Lord is going to use the Moabites, which are the so-called Chinese, are the Moabites. The Lord is going to use them to bring down Esau and his kingdom. It says, Psalm 60 and verse 8, it says, Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. The Philistines triumph, thou because of me. So the Lord is telling you that Moab is over Esau, Edom. He's going to use Moab to bring Esau down. This is Psalms 108. It says pretty much the same exact thing. And I'm going to get the point right quick at 9. It says the same, like I said, say the same exact thing. It says, Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Over the Philistines will I triumph. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? So Moab is coming into Edom, man. He's bringing his technology, his weapons. They don't know if it's a spy ship, a spy balloon, a spy. They don't know what it is, man. And it's basically said it's gathering. It's a spy balloon, so it's gathering information and whereabouts of different. Because they said it went over the missile silos in Montana, So there's no telling what what they're plotting to do, man, over in America, man. Because I know China bought up a lot of land and controlling a lot of different things in America, man. And also the FBI just raided one of their police departments in New York. So it's a lot of things that are going on under the table that's not being said on the news. So we just got to keep our eyes open and seeing what's going on and continue to stay fast in His word, man. Hold on to this word. It says, verse 11, he says, will not thou, O power, who has cast us off, and will not thou, O power, go forth with with our hosts? It says, give us help from trouble, for vain is the help of man. Through power through power we shall do valiantly, for he it is that shall tread down our enemies. He's using all these different nations to bring down our enemies, man, because it's over with for Esau. It's over with for him. He's finna bow down to the sword. This is Ezekiel. Let me get the point right here quick in 13. Start at verse 21. It says, your handkerchiefs also will I tear and deliver my people out of your hand, and they shall be no more in your hand to be hunted. So the Lord's going to bring us out of Esau's hand, and we're not going to be oppressed and hunted like dogs and animals in Esau's kingdom anymore. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because with lies have ye made the heart of the righteous slacking. Let me slow down, man. Already speeding up. Let me get back to it. In verse 22, it says, because with lies have ye made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad. This is the Lord speaking. And strengthened the hand of the wicked, that he should not return from his wicked way, but by promising him life. He says, therefore ye shall see no more vanity, nor divine divination, for I will deliver my people out of your hand, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So the Lord is going to take us out of Esau's hand. And he's not going to be able to hunt us and persecute us anymore, man. The Lord is finna to show his work and his power over Esau and these other nations as well. Nobody's finna get away from the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This is Zechariah 2. It's like it's Zechariah 10. Zechariah 10. And I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, my anger was kindled against the shepherds, and I punished the goats. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts have visited his flock, the house of Judah, and hath made them as his goodly horse in the battle. Let me get this in the NLT. The New Living Testament says, my anger burns against your shepherds, and I will punish your leaders. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of heaven's armies has arrived to look after Judah. So the Lord is here to look after his people, man. His flock. He will make them strong and glorious like a proud war horse in battle. So the Lord is going to be with the children of Israel, man. He's going to take us out of this captive state. This is the Good News translation. It says, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai says, I am angry with those foreigners who ruled my people. So who ruled us? Esau, Edom, and these other nations, man. Psalms 83. He says, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai says, I am angry with those foreigners who rule my people, and I am going to punish them. The people of Judah are mine, and I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Almighty. Will take care of them. They will be my powerful war horses. So the Lord finna put the Spirit on us to do great things in these last days, man. Their spiritual power is coming. And these other nations are going to know it. They're going to feel the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Zechariah 10 and 3 again, it says, My anger was kindled against the shepherds. I punish the goats. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts has visited his flock, the house of Judah, and have made them as his goodly horse in the battle. Out of him came forth the corners, slucky the corner. Out of him the nail. Out of him the battle bow. Out of him every oppressor together. And they shall be as mighty men, which tread down their enemies in the mire of the streets, in the battle. And they shall fight, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is with them. The riders on horses shall be confounded. So all this weaponry that Esau has, the Lord is going to put the spiritual powers on us, man. We're going to do great things, man, these last days, man. And this kingdom is in Moab. Sending those things, sending those balloons over here is just a sign that this kingdom is done. I mean, we know it from all the other things, but this is another sign the Lord is showing you right to your face that He's going to bring this place down, man. The kingdom of Esau is basically coming down as we see it right before our eyes, man. Verse 6, it says, and I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph, and I will bring them again to the place, to place them, for I have mercy upon them, and they shall be as though I had not cast them off. So we're going to go back to the being mighty men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, like in the ancient world, man, the mighty men of David. And let me get that real quick. Amos 9:11, man. And that just, like I said, Moab sending those balloons over, it's just another sign that the Lord is coming to redeem us, man. This is Amos 9:11. It says, in that day I will rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise it up, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. It says, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to do that doeth this. So the Lord is going to raise us up to possess our enemies, as in the days of old. And that's plain, man. That's plain. This is Ezekiel 34. So you know what I'm saying? This is as Esau goes down, the children of Israel, the hopeful elect goes up. And that balloon is example of what's going to happen, man. That's a sign of what's going to happen. And the way the balloon rises is slow. So as a balloon come up, it come down the same way. Go up slow, come down slow, man. So the Lord is using this balloon as a sign that the children of Israel are rising up, man, fast, man. As Moab is his washpot over Edom, man. He's going to bring Esau down. And as he brings Esau down, we're going to be coming up. This is Ezekiel 34, and I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, therefore, ye shepherds, hear the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. As I live, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd. We had no leader, man. We had no one to redeem us, man. It says, neither did my shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves and fed not my flock. And that's going into you pastors and these so-called Negro leaders in America, man. And all over for the most part, man. They didn't feed the people. But we being fed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Through the doctrine of great millstone and the men of the Lord, which I believe through the faith is apostles and elders of great millstone on down, man. To the brothers that believe the teaching and the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is in the doctrine of great millstone, man. It says, verse 9, it says, therefore, O ye shepherds, hear the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power, behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand, and cause them to cease from feeding the flock. Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves any more. For I will deliver my flock from their mouth, that they may not be meat for them. And I brought this out because you have all these different pastors is in churches. You got TikTok pastors, and you got these pastors on Instagram. You got all these fake pastors. They don't have a clue what the Lord is doing, man. They don't even know the Lord's name, and it's a purpose. It's a point to having the Lord's name, man. Everything has a purpose. The way the Lord set it up, man. And he didn't want everybody to get. That's why you got people still saying Jesus and Christ bless Jesus. Those are the ones that are going to be cast out, man. Those are not the elect. The ones that are not called on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Verse 11, it says, For thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Power, behold, even I, will both search my I will both search my sheep and seek them out, as a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered. So will I seek out my sheep, and I will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. So the Lord is going to take us out from all these places. It's going to say, let me continue. It says, and I will bring them out from the people and gather them from the countries, and I will bring them in their own land. So the Lord's going to save us from here and bring us back to our own land and feed them upon the mountains of Israel. And we're going back to Israel, man, Jerusalem. And I will feed them, upon the mountains of Israel, by the rivers, and in all the inhabited places of the country. So the Lord is going to redeem us and bring us back to our own land. I will feed them in a good pasture, and upon the high mountains of Israel shall their fold be. There shall ye lie in good fold, and in a fat pasture shall they feed upon the mountains of Israel. And I will feed my flock, and I will cause them to lie down, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And I will seek that which was lost, and and bring again that which was driven away, and I keep saying man, and will bind up that which was broken, and will strengthen that which was sick. But I will destroy the fat and the strong, and I will feed them with judgment. So all the people that had pride, and didn't want to repent and come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and you're an Israelite, you're a black, Hispanic, or Native American, man, the Lord is going to destroy you, man. And the Lord, I just read it. The Lord is going to destroy you. And there's no way to get out of judgment, because the Lord is going to bring it. This is Psalm 72. So those mercy doors are going to be closed. We're getting closer and closer every day to judgment, man. Those other nations want to bring judgment on Esau, Edom, man. They want to destroy America. And you can see it every day. There's something going on, man. As Babylon the Great provoked these nations, they want to bring judgment on them, man. As you see Iran building up, and Russia and all these other countries are building up in South America, man. They ain't never wanted to build up down there. But the Babylon the Great provoked them to do that, man. This is Psalm 72, and I'm going to start at 1, a Psalm of Solomon. Give the king thy judgment, O power, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. He shall judge thy people with righteousness, and thy poor with judgment. The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the little hills by righteousness. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy. And that's why I wanted to bring this lesson out, man. Everything the Lord is going to do is everything the Lord is doing now is for the children of Israel, man. To bring us back to his fold, man. To bring us back to Israel. To bring us back to him. It says, he shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy. He shall break in pieces the oppressor. And Esau, Edom is the oppressor, man. Moab, all these other nations are the oppressors of the children of Israel. They shall fear thee as long as the sun and the moon endure throughout all generations. So the Lord is going to bring them down and bring us up, man. And they're going to fear us throughout all generations, man, in the kingdom of heaven. And he shall come down like rain upon the mowed grass. Woo! He's going to come down on you Edomites, man, as showers that water the earth. In his day shall the righteous flourish, and the abundance of peace so long as the moon endures. So we're going to have peace in the kingdom of heaven, man. We're not going to have to fear our enemies anymore. He said, he shall have dominion also from sea to sea, and from the river unto the ends of the earth. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick up. It's not lick up, but and his enemies shall lick the dust. So the Lord is going to bring them down, man. He's going to bring the great serpent down. The great serpent is going to come down and lick up the dust, man. They're going to be in a low state. They're going to be in a hellish condition, and that's near to come. World War III is the end of Esau's kingdom. And they are the oppressor, man. This is Isaiah 44, and I'm going to start at verse 1. He said, yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. So the Lord has only chosen the one people, man, and that's the children of Israel. It says, thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen, for I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring. So the Lord is going to bless us tremendously, man. And you can see it, man. Through the Spirit, you can see it, man. Us transitioning from a low condition to a high in stature condition, man. And that's just spiritually, man. We can't actually see it, but through the Spirit, you can just see us transitioning as Esau kingdom go down. We see ours go up, man. Our stock is rising, in other words, man. We finna come into a inheritance, man, unbelievable inheritance, man, that we can't even explain or know how it's going to be, but we know it's coming, man, because he promised it, man. Verse 4, it says, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses. One shall say, I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. And another shall subscribe with his hand unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and serve himself and surname himself by the name of Israel. And that's what we've done, man. We repented and came. The only person going to repent is going to do that, man. The Lord told me once you repented and came back, you will change your name after Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and surname you after your forefather, man, Jacob. Verse 6, it says, thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Holy One of hosts. I am the first, and I am the last, and besides me, there is no power. And I read that yesterday. That's the Spirit, because I remember it once I read it. But the Lord is telling you there's no other power going to do this, man, but him. And I say, Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, because we are at the door, man. We knocking. We praying to the Lord daily, making these lessons, going on the highways and byways, doing what the Lord desired us to do, man. And that's a beautiful thing, man, because we believe and have faith in him in return and seeing his mighty works, man. We seeing the mighty works of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua right before our eyes, man. It wasn't a coincidence they just sent that balloon over here, man. And they didn't shoot it down, man. The war is at the boiling point, man. As they strategically put these things in order, man, we seeing the Lord work. Because everything they're doing is by the Lord's design, man. The Lord is doing this, man. He's strategically sending them balloons over there. They sent one. Now they're sending another one right after it, man. So we living in, man, beautiful times, man. We living in beautiful times, man. This is this is Ezekiel 36, and I'm going to start at verse 33. It says, thus say Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power. In the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the wastes shall be builded, and the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it layeth desolate, in the sight of all that passed by. So we was desolate, man. We was people strung out on drugs. We had no work, had no land, no money. We had, we was poor, man. So the Lord said he's going to put us back in our rightful state, man. It says, verse 35, it says, and they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like a garden of Eden. So the Lord finna put us in man. We're going to make us beautiful again, man. Way, way better than what we was in the ancient world, man. He says, this land, he's talking about the children of Israel, that was desolate is become like the garden of Eden. And the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. Like I said, man, the Lord is going to beautify land and beautify us, man. Then the heathen that are left round about you, shall know that I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, builded up the ruined places and plant that which it was desolate. I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, have spoken it and will do it. So the Lord is going to build us up, man, way better than we was before, in the ancient world, man. He's going to build us up, man, and nobody's going to be able to resist us because we're going to have the dominion over the entire globe, man. This is verse 37. It says, thus say Yahweh Hashem Yahushua power, I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel. So we inquiring of the Lord, man. When we gonna get back to our rightful state, Lord? When you gonna bring judgment on Esau, man? They haven't received their judgment. So we inquiring to the Lord about this, man. We want our kingdom. It says to do it for them. So the Lord is going to do this for us, man. I will increase them with men like a flock, as the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem. Woo. In her Solomon feast, so shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. So the Lord is going to build us up, man, and put us back in our rightful state, man. And no one is ever going to be able to bring us down again. Because the Lord brought us down in the beginning, and He's going to raise us back up, man, in the end, man. It's a beautiful movie, man. How somebody was kicked out and downtrodden, and then was at the end they started being blessed and having everything. That's a classic Cinderella movie, man. This is Isaiah 51, and I'm going to go to verse 3. It says, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall comfort Zion. He will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden. So the Lord is going to beautify us, man. And her desert like the garden of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody. Hearken unto me, Slacky, man. Hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation, for a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people. My righteousness is here, my salvation is gone forth, and my arms shall judge the people. The isles shall wait upon me, and on my arm shall they trust. So the Lord is bringing salvation, man. Now, it ain't gonna be fall. Well, it's gonna be 20 years from now. The Lord might come 30 years from now. Man, we don't know when the Lord coming, man, because we see all the prophecies coming to pass, like the apostle Tahar coined this year. Lord willing, all the prophecies be fulfilled, and these prophecies are coming. They're being fulfilled quick, fast. So every day is something coming to pass, man. But I got a couple more, and I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna get Baruch real quick. So just like Esau had his reign, he ruled, he conquered, he had his time, man. The so-called white man had his time, man. And that's fair. So the Lord is balanced, man. Every nation had a time to rule, man. And now it's time for us to rule. So it's no way to say the Lord is unbalanced, man. He's unfair. The Lord is fair. Everybody had their chance to rule. Now it's soon to be ours. This is Baruch 4, and I'm going to start at verse 27. It says, Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto power, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from power, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall, man. So Esau, that's you, man. You rejoiced at our fall, man. You put us in slavery, man. That's what Psalms 137, man. You did a lot of wicked things to us, man. But the Lord said miserable was going to happen to you, man. You're going to be miserable. It says, miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which the children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. So the Lord telling you, man, you're going to be grieved at your own destruction. It says, For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. And Esau's Edom, his kingdom is turning into mourning, man. Nothing is good no more, man. Even the football, I was talking about earlier this week, the football is garbage, man. Your bread and circus is failed. So this is Rome all over again, and the Lord is going to bring it down, man, with a great destruction, with thermonuclear missiles. 35, it says, For the fire shall come up upon her. And I just said that, the spirit, man. The fire of those missiles are coming upon her. It says, For the fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High power. So the Lord is coming from the east over to Babylon the Great. It says, 37, it says, Lo, thy sons come whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High power, man. And that's what we're doing, man. We don't return back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the hopeful elect that believe and have faith through the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and we return, and the glory is going to come upon us, man. And Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, man. That the Lord have mercy on and saves out of this destruction, this captivity, man. So I'm going to end it there. Lord willing, was edified. Shalom. Shalom.